So hey friends, it's time to announce the 2021 Lolapalooza. This is going to be a good one, so stay tuned for details.
She's lost. She's lost on land again. They lost my friend. Lost on land again.
So I'm going to try to hit the most important points first. When and where, how, and all of that. So Lolapalooza 2021 will be held October 21st through the 24th at Abilene State Park. What is Lolapalooza? Well, basically it's just a gathering of nomads, campers, outdoor enthusiast types who just kind of come together once a year here in North Texas and get together, have a good time. Now, who all is invited to Lolapalooza? Well, everyone. A lot of people think it's just a YouTube meetup, but it's not. It's for anybody that wants to come. And I have it in late October in North Texas for a reason. A lot of people are already starting to kind of head towards Arizona for the winter. This is just a nice natural stopping over point for folks who are coming from the east headed that way. So that was my original intention with this gathering, and it's worked out really well. So one of the questions that I get a lot is, well, if I don't know anybody there, am I going to feel out of place if I come? Well, the short answer and the real answer is, yeah, probably. I know my first meetup that I attended, I felt really out of place. I didn't know a single person there. I pulled up. I had so much anxiety about it. It's like, well, what if these people don't like me? What if they just look at me and say, go away, lady? Well, that's not what happened at all. That was the Travelers Camp Fest, the first one that I attended. And I was welcomed with open arms. And that's what will happen at Lolapalooza too. If you come and you don't know anybody, I promise you that won't last long. Just within minutes, you will start meeting folks and you'll just be part of the gang. Just how it works. So why am I announcing this now? Well, the Texas State Parks do their reservations 5 months out. So if you want to get a reservation for October 21st, the window opens on May 21st. So that's why I'm giving you the heads up now. And the state parks do tend to fill up quick, so I recommend that you jump on it sooner rather than later. Now, what if you don't have a rig or a tent? Well, Abilene State Park here, they have yurts that they rent. They have like five-man yurts, and I think one is an 8-man yurt. The 5-man rent for $50 a night, and the bigger one is $75 a night. I think there's a $75 cleaning fee that goes with that. But it's kind of cool. It comes with a fridge and a microwave and electricity and lights and beds. You have to bring your own linens. And there's not an AC or heater, but you can easily bring a space heater or an air conditioner depending on what the weather's going to be forecasted for that weekend. You never know. It is Texas. But anyway, so there are those options, and then also there's screen shelters, you know, if you wanted to go somewhere in between. But if you don't have, or if you want a tent camp, there's lots of tent sites here too. So you don't have to have an RV or rig to come to this event. So why Abilene State Park? Because Abilene is about 200 miles west of Dallas-Fort Worth, which is my home base. But I actually wanted to have this here last year because they have a group hall that you can rent. And in the event of rain, that way we would have a place to go inside and we'd still be able to gather and stuff. Well, last year due to COVID, they weren't renting anything group-wise. But this year, everything right now is open, so I was already able to reserve the group hall for our event. So I'm pretty excited about that. So another cool thing is that they have a wagon wheel that goes around this group hall, and it's got 16 campsites all the way around the group hall. But those campsites are so wide that you could actually fit 2 rigs, 2 Class C or even A, in one campsite. They're that large. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we could technically fit up to 32 rigs around the group hall. Now, I mainly went ahead and rented all of that in advance because, like I said, this is a state park, so it's open to anybody who wants to make a reservation, not just people with our group. So this way we will actually be, all of those sites will be with our group. Now, Abilene State Park's a pretty big state park. They've got all different loops. They've got one loop that is full hookups with sewer, electric, and water. Some that are just electric and water. Some that are just tent sites. Like I said, and then the yurts and the screen shelters. And then the wagon wheel. So if you want to make a reservation in the wagon wheel, you'll have to go through me for that. because I've already reserved them in my name. But if you want to make a reservation for a campsite outside the Wagon Wheel, for whatever reason, you don't want to be in the big middle of it, or they're already booked by the time you see this video and respond, then you would go through the state park system for that. Now, the prices of the campsites are actually relatively pretty cheap. It's $12 per night if you're in the Wagon Wheel. So if you're splitting that with somebody, that's $6 a piece. I think the electric sites start at $15. I think the full hookups are only like $25. Don't quote me. You have to check the Texas State Park website for the exact costs. There's also a day use fee. And from what I understand, if you're part of our group, it's a reduced rate of $3 instead of $5. I'm going to confirm that closer to time of the event, but from what I understand, that's the way it's going to go. If you tell them you're reserving for, or you're here for the Lolapalooza, then they charge you the $3 day use. So the park is a little bit spread out, so if you're camped outside the Wagon Wheel, you will either have to walk up, bike up, or maybe we'll send a shuttle around to pick you up if you want to go to the group hall for any of the activities. There is extra parking up there, so it won't be a problem. So what goes on at Lolapalooza? Well, we normally have, the highlight is the potluck dinner on Saturday night. That's always a lot of fun. And Friday, we're going to be doing the Gypsy Pear Cooking Challenge again. That was such a blast last year. I've also got set up to do some karaoke and a movie night and things like that. We're going to have all sorts of little games like the cornhole and stuff like that. I figure we'll have some dominoes and cards and board games and that sort of thing in the group hall, just in case it does rain, or if it, whatever, for whatever reason you want to do that. We'll probably just all kinds of little things like that. Arts and crafts table and geocaching and hiking, and there's a bird blind here too that I think a lot of people will want to go take advantage of. So there's just all sorts of little activities going on all the time. When you do get to Lolapalooza, when you come to the initial meet and greet meeting, then I will give you an itinerary then, so you'll know when and where and how everything is going to be done. Because we haven't actually planned all of it yet, so we don't really know. But it's always been such a blast. Everybody just pitches in and comes up with the best ideas. So much fun. So what do you need to do now if you want to come to the Lolapalooza this year? Well, if you want to get a site in the Wagon Wheel, you'll have to go through me. My email address is in the description below. Just shoot me an email and I will give you payment, how to pay through PayPal, or you can mail a check to my P.O. box. Like I said, there are a limited number of those sites, so I'll just have to do first come, first serve, and do the best I can. If you do reserve through me, I won't be able to offer any refunds at the last minute if you decide not to come. Now, of course, if something changes due to COVID or something, completely all monies will be refunded. But I can't play reservation host, if that makes sense too much. But if you know you want to come, then that's how you do it. You just go through me. Now, if you think you want to come but you're not really sure, you might want to just reserve a site outside the Wagon Wheel, and that way you can go through their refund policies that the state park has to offer. So again, I wouldn't hesitate though, because these state parks, they are booking up fast. It seems like a lot of new RVers and campers are out these days. So yeah, I wouldn't wait. In fact, whenever I was planning on coming out here to do this video, I thought about it back in February. So I pulled up, well, I'll just take the next available weekend, you know, that there is to go out and make this video. This is May 8th. That was mid-February. This was the first weekend they had one site available. I don't know. Now, what I've noticed this weekend, quite a few of the sites just stay vacant. Those are people who have reserved and then just didn't cancel their reservation and didn't show up. Happens a lot. I hate to see it. The last thing that I wanted to share is, if you want to come but you don't feel like you can afford to pay the camping fees or join in on the potluck dinner and that sort of thing, please don't let that stop you. We have a campership fund set up, so if you want to come but you have a hard time with any of the fees, just let me know in a private email. I will keep it completely private and anonymous, and we'll see if we can help you out. As far as the potluck dinner goes, we always have way too much food. So if 4 or 5 or 10 people can't bring a dish, no one will notice. I promise. It's not a problem. It's just a fun time. Nobody cares about stuff like that. Please just come if you want to come, You won't regret it. So as you've noticed, it is a super windy day today. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this video okay. I have you guys set up in my van and I'm trying to like wind block you. But anyway, I'm going to take the bike out, Zippy here, and kind of show you around a little bit so you can see the layout of Abilene State Park. I am so excited about this year. I think it's going to be the best year ever. And thank you guys for participating. You guys are what makes Lolapalooza the very best event there is out there. So definitely can't wait to see you guys in October. So until then, y'all stay lost, my friends. Let's go for a bike ride. Campsite number 5, 6. So much room. 7. I mean, you can literally fit 4 people in each one. It's number 14, 15, 16. See, I think they lied to me. There's 17. That one's not numbered. And that's number 1. So there's 18 sites. Wind test, 1, 2, 3. The sound of training wheels in a campground. Yeah, you gotta love it. So I gotta wait till that goes by.